Crystal, and welcome to the 12th and final episode of Willpower 2021. We've been learning so much about Shakespeare and his clever comedy Twelfth Night, so let's celebrate by taking a trip back in time to see a performance at the Globe Theatre. Come, go with me to the banks of the River Thames for an afternoon of merriment. A visit to the theatre in the 1600s would have been very different than what we think of in the 21st century. Part of the fun is just getting to the theatre. The Globe Theatre, where Shakespeare performed many of his plays, was in kind of a shady neighborhood in London along the banks of the river. It was known for its brothels, thieves, gambling, and sideshow-like entertainment, including bear baiting and other animal fighting, so we are certain to encounter plenty of interesting characters before we even get to the play. On the green outside the theatre is a festival-like atmosphere with music, gambling, and picnicking. About 3,000 people can sit in the theatre, but just about as many stay outside for the festivities. Okay, so the show will start at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It has to be performed in the day, of course, because there's no electricity for lighting. Let's hope it doesn't rain. I will bring a hat, just in case. The play could be about 3 hours long, so we'll want to bring some snacks. Maybe some apples and nuts. I wish I had some oysters, but I'm sure they'll be selling some other snacks there if we don't have enough. We can't forget a bottle of wine. There are no water fountains at the theater. And they don't have bathrooms either, so it's super important to go before we get there. But don't worry, there will be a bucket or two around in case of emergency. Let's see if we have everything we need. They didn't sell tickets ahead of time, so we'll just need some money to pay when we get there. Let's see what I have. So we'll have to decide where we want to sit. For 1 penny, we could stand on the ground in front of the stage. In fact, we could lean right on the stage and sometimes talk right to the actors. And sometimes at the end of the show, the actors come out and dance with the groundlings. That would be fun. And sometimes it can get a little rowdy, kind of like being at a rock concert. Also, if the actors aren't very good, we would be in a good position to throw an apple at them or boo at them. Plus, we'd have a few pennies left over for snacks. But we'll have to stand for 3 hours, shoulder to shoulder with hundreds of sweaty, smelly peasants. The floor will be covered with peanut shells, spilled beer, and other garbage, and sometimes thieves move through the crowd, so we'll have to watch our stuff. For another penny, we could upgrade and sit in the first tier of the theater. We'll have a roof over our heads, and we'll sit on a bench. We could even pay another penny to get a cushion to sit on. We could even catch a glimpse of some of the nobles who came onto the theater and sit in special areas called the Lord's Room. Those seats don't have a great view of the stage, but they are close enough to hear better, and they are in view of the audience so they can show off their fancy clothes. Although some of the ladies don't like to be seen in such a shady part of town, so they wear masks to the theater to hide their identity. Another perk is that there was a plague ravaging the country, and the Lord's Rooms allowed the nobles to socially distance from the unclean masses. I'd love to sit with them, but it costs 5 or 6 pence to sit there, and I don't have that much. I think we should save our pennies and stand with the groundlings. It won't smell good, but we'll have the closest view of the stage. We can talk and cheer and boo! We'll be right in the middle of the action. When we get to the theater, we'll drop our pennies into a box. That's where we got the term box office. And we'll enter under the flag that proudly states the Globe's motto, all the world's a playhouse. Okay. I think we have everything we need. So let's go! Here is a picture of Twelfth Night at the Globe Theatre. Although this is a modern production, imagine you are watching this play during Shakespeare's time. Write a review of your experience. What would it be like to visit the globe? Use all of your senses. What would you see, hear, feel, taste, or smell? Imagine what the best parts of the experience would be and what parts might be a little unpleasant. Check out our experience guide for tips to help you write your review. Thanks for coming to the theater with me, and thanks so much for being a part of Willpower. Bye.